All righty, but yeah, I'm feeling good as well. Like I said, I'm like I previously said, feeling super excited to get this started. I think it's a great podcast. I guess I would share my initial thoughts on starting a podcast. For me, I was thinking when we had talked, earlier this year, it was just something that could bring us closer. I think it's something that we can look back on. It's kind of funny. You were started a podcast for me on YouTube when I was like 9, 10 years old, and I was doing my own sports talk. And I wish I would have kept going. And I don't know how to find that video. Hopefully, we can find that video. We can maybe attach like a little clip into it to this. But at that time, 10 years ago, you understood the importance of having a digital footprint. And so for me, it's just I don't care if it's one person watching, if it's just us two, to be able to go back and look at these conversations and have this time, with our lives being so busy to have with you. I was, that's why I want to start a podcast. What about you, boy?
No, I absolutely echo that. And if you go to my premium YouTube that I gave you my login on, the video is saved as one of the favorites. I'm just saying, so we can find that video and add it. But yeah, I definitely echo that, and we'll probably get in later episodes on why digital print is important, because just memories is just everything.
Right.
So just for us to connect, because again, me being here, you being there, and us to just kind of find our way, and then our voice as mama knows best, and as son who thinks he knows a
No,
little
no, no.
something.
That's not the title of the podcast. It's
Well,
Mama Knows Best, sorta. You're not right
oh,
all the time.
well,
And
dot. What that means,
sorta. So really, the dot means when I was up under your household, it didn't matter if you was right, wrong, or different. You were 100% correct.
that
As I
part.
as I have transitioned out of your household, it's about 50%. It might be 51 you, 49 you. So can you please
Well, look,
address the
we
podcast
we
I was mentioning?
we got to check with our audience to do the balance. But I think Mama knows best is still right. But
No,
anyway,
but sort of.
to answer your question, I understand the importance of digital print, and like you said, for us to connect and talk about topics
Right.
from adult mama perspective, and from a son who thinks he knows perspective. I'm with it. Let's do it.
All righty. Well, how do you particularly feel about starting a podcast with your own son? What does that mean for you?
I think it's amazing because I you just knowing our relationship, I think we have a unique relationship where it's where we love each other, but we're funny. We can talk about almost whatever, and with just having a vision and just forward movement. I think I've trained. Well, okay, I don't know if train is the right word because you're
Oh,
a man now,
no,
right?
train is
But
definitely the
to
train
lead from
motor.
the front, that part, to lead
Right.
from the front. So our thing is we're not taking things and copying it. We're leading from the front. And so I think a lot of your friends, my friends, they love our relationship, and then just the different things that we've been able to experience. Why not?
Yeah.
It's like, why not? So I think this
Right.
is perfect timing for us to just really just share our story and be who we are.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I think, the ability to be able to start a podcast, you kind of piggybacking off of what you said is, we have a unique relationship. I think that we are very funny. I know I've mimicked a lot of your jokes, your personality along as our grandmother. Shout out Miss Sandra Wallace. Shout out Miss Sandra Wallace. Uh,
Right.
but just a lot of personality between our family, and I think it's just dope to be able to share that, with each other, but also the people around. So, we wanted to definitely start the podcast by at least kind of giving a perspective on why we started the podcast. What was our thinking behind it? I guess, for me, I guess to wrap up this part of the intro of the podcast, for myself, for the goals, is just to be consistent. I think the biggest thing with a lot of different things and with a lot of successful people, I think, or what separates somebody that's successful or somebody that's good is consistency. If you're very consistent, if you continuously put your best foot forward, because there are going to be some days where, it might be episode 15, episode 30, episode 100, where we're not probably going to be as excited as we were episode 1. You might have things that are going in your personal life. Work might be hard, dealing with what I deal with, you doing your hustles, that you do, personal things that we have going on. It can be a little bit hard. But then how do we channel that in to be able to be focused and still come on here and still be consistent and be honest with our audience is going to be awesome. So that's my goal. I want to just take it one day at a time and just be consistent. What you thinking?
Listen, you perfectly said. So hey, we on the same page.
So your goal is A.
Hey, hey, hey.
Okay. So for anybody out there, my mom goal for the podcast is A. So I think that's lit. She wants the podcast to be lit.